There are people and forces out there who complain. We don't want to hear about BA. Why do you have to talk so much about him? Even worse and more disgusting are those who actively spread lies, slander, and distortions about BA. All these haters are straight up telling on themselves. Whatever pose they might strike and however they might dress it up, here's what these people are truly saying. I really don't want an actual revolution. I'm scared of a real revolution. It makes me uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to hear about a real revolution. I'm not even willing to consider a real revolution. I want to get in on this system, not get rid of it. When you really get down to it, I don't actually think the world is that bad as it is. If someone is really about making an actual revolution, or even if they have simply not closed themselves off to considering an actual revolution, if they are sincerely agonizing about the state of the world and truly interested in learning about why it is the way it is and what can be done to radically change it, what would possibly be their objection to hearing from someone who has answers to these questions? Seriously, what are we talking about here? Oh, they don't want to hear about a revolution because the person leading it happens to be an old white guy. That shit is weak. All that means is that they care more about what a person looks like than they do about the person's ideas and about actually getting free. Or maybe they refuse to hear about communism or communist leaders. Wow, how original and outside the box. That just means they desperately want to cling to their prejudices and to what they've been told about communism by this system's powers that be, media, and educational system. And that they aren't even willing to open their minds, think critically, and learn for themselves. How fucking conformist can you get? Some of these haters might act enlightened. They might act radical. They might act militant. Some of them might even tell you they're for a revolution. But what do they actually mean by revolution? Are they talking about actually overthrowing this system and replacing it with a radically different one? Or are they just talking? Do they want out of this system or do they want in on it? What is their strategy for overthrowing this system? What is their vision for the future system and society? Have they done 50 years of work on these questions? See, this isn't about sectarian squabbling. It's not a matter of our group is better than your group. It's about getting to the root of why humanity keeps suffering horribly, year after year, decade after decade, century after century, and what needs to be done to put an end to that. It's about what it means when someone works and sacrifices tirelessly and dedicates their life to forging answers to these questions and creating the basis for a far brighter future where humanity is finally able to overcome thousands of years of exploitation and oppression and live lives worthy of human beings. And then these haters who haven't done shit by comparison, and in many cases haven't done shit, period. They come along and prey on people's prejudices to attack that person, declare him out of bounds, and stand in the way of the masses of people connecting with his leadership. No, that can't stand anymore. For real. The stakes for the future of humanity are too important to tolerate any more of this. If people, including you who are seeing this, have informed questions about or honest principled disagreements with the content of BA's work based on actually reading, watching, or listening to that work rather than going by what you heard or somebody told you, then by all means, let's get into it. Let's discuss, debate, and ideologically struggle over that. Such discussion, debate, and principled ideological struggle can play a vital role in the overall process of getting free. But the snark, slander, personal attacks, lies, hate, and dismissal directed against BA needs to stop now. So too does the willingness of far too many people in our society who should know better to accept, tolerate, and be influenced by all of this bullshit. It's past time for good people coming from many different perspectives and levels of agreement with BA to think critically, learn for themselves, and go to the source, instead of going by what they heard from someone or read somewhere, and to fight for that approach to be the prevailing standard among decent people who yearn for a better world. Further, These decent people must unite in sharply calling out, struggling against, and allowing no quarter for hate, unprincipled attacks, and dismissal directed against BA. None of that poison has anything to do with changing the world in any way, and actually works concretely against that goal. Furthermore, the implications of this poison are not minor, harmless, or abstract. They create a climate of hostility against BA that makes it easier for the powers that be and reactionary forces to go after him and seek to take him from the people. And they serve as a significant obstacle to BA's work and leadership spreading throughout society and connecting with people in the way that they urgently need to. Finally, to all those who are truly hungry to see an end brought to all the horrible, unnecessary suffering heaped upon the people of the world, you are challenged and invited to tell on yourself in a completely different way. Reveal yourself as someone with heart, with the courage and the seriousness, the integrity and the open-mindedness, and the critical thinking to go against the tides and the conventional wisdom of this society and culture, to defy the system, the powers that be, and the haters who do their bidding, to think and learn for yourself, to seriously engage BA and get with the revolution he is leading, to become emancipators of humanity.